Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video in which we are going to learn about Java tree set class with the help of examples. So guys, the tree set class of the Java collections framework provides the functionality of the tree data structure. And as we have seen previously as well, the tree data structure helps us in order to have a list of elements in some sorted order. So guys, this is the way in which we can initialize the tree set object using the tree set class. And previously we have also seen how we can use the tree set class with the help of the sorted set interface as well. So guys, let us check all these methods of the tree set, like how do we insert the elements to tree set, access the tree set elements, and remove the elements from the tree set elements. So let us move to Eclipse IDE to check the examples. So guys, basically in order to declare the tree set object, we will use the tree set class over here, and as you can see, it is suggested by the Eclipse IDE. We are having this tree set class, and over here we are going to have the list of integer values. So inside the open and closed angled brackets, we are going to give the integer as the data type of the values that we are going to store in this tree set object. Now guys, we are going to use the t set as the object name for this tree set class, and then followed by equal to new operator, and then we have the tree set class over here. So guys, this is the way that we declare a particular object for a tree set class over here. And now the very first method that we are going to see is how do we insert the elements to tree set. Now guys, as I have told you that tree set helps us in order to store the elements in a sorted order. If you use the normal hash set, it will not store the elements in the sorted order. So when you want the elements to be stored in a sorted order and to be retrieved in a sorted order, you can use the tree set class. So guys, over here we are going to add some elements in the random order. So basically we are going to use the object name over here. So we have t set dot, we have add function. So as you can see, the very first method, that is add, it is taking one integer as the parameter, since the data type of the values in this object is going to be integer. So we are going to use the first element, and let's say I provide the integer as 4 over here. Now guys, I'm going to simply copy and paste these on the other lines as well. And now guys, as you can see, I am just going to change some numbers over here. So let's say I put 2, and then we have 1, we have 3, and then let's say we provide this number as 5. So guys, as you can see, we have added 4, 2, 1, 3 and 5. So this is not in a sorted order, it is in a random order. So let me just show you how the elements will be stored and retrieved in this t set object. So I am simply going to provide the print statement over here, and inside the print statement I will provide tree set content is as the string, and then followed by plus operator, and then we have the t set. So guys, over here this is going to print the content of this particular object, that is t set, which is of the type tree set over here. Let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as you can see, tree set content is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this way we can get the sorted order of the elements that we have stored in the tree set. So guys, the very first thing, that is adding or inserting the elements to tree set, we have already done. Now how do we access the tree set element? So basically, as you have seen over here, we can easily access the tree set content using the t set object. Now guys, there is another way by using the iterator as well. So what I will do over here is I will comment out this line, and I'll just copy this and paste this to the next line as well. I'll remove this object, that is t set, from here, and instead of println I am going to use the print statement. Now guys, we are going to print each and every element of this t set using the iterator. So let me just save this file and try running this code now before we use the iterator. So as you can see, tree set content is, this is a string that we are printing right now, and then after this, using the iterator, we are going to iterate through all the elements that are already added in the t set and printed on the console. So guys, over here what we have to do is we have to use the object name, that is t set, followed by dot, and then we have something called as iterator, which is going to return us something related to the iterator data type. So guys, I'm going to use this function over here, and then I'm going to catch the value using the iterator interface over here. So as you can see, Eclipse is providing us this suggestion, iterator interface. It should be of the data type integer. That's because the values of the t set that we have provided are of integer data type, and then followed by, let's say the object name, it will be it, followed by equal to operator. So guys, over here we are just getting the iterator of the t set object and storing it in it. Now we can use this object, that is it, in order to traverse through all the elements of the t set. So what I'm going to do is we are going to use the while loop, and then we are going to use the it dot we have something called as has next. So guys, this method is going to check whether there is a next element that is present or not inside this set. So I'm going to use this, and if it is present, it is going to return true, and if it is not present, then it will return false, and the control flow will come out of the loop. So over here inside this, we are going to have the print statement over here. So we have println over here, but instead of println, I'm going to provide print. That's because I want to print all the elements on one line. So guys, over here, what we are going to do is we are going to use the it, that is the iterator dot, we have something called as next as well. So guys, these are two of the most important functions that you can use in the iterator. That is, first is has next, which is going to check whether there is a next element that is present or not inside the iterator, and there is a next method as well, which is going to return the next value that is present inside this set. So guys, I'm going to use this first method, and then followed by we are going to separate all the values using the comma. So guys, let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 being printed. We are getting this last comma, that's because we are putting the comma after each element, so we have to handle it appropriately. But guys, the main thing over here is we are iterating through all the elements of the tree set, and we are getting all the numbers in a sorted order, and this is another way in order to access the elements. Now guys, let us move to another method. As you can see, we have completed access tree set elements as well using the two methods. Now we are going to check remove elements from tree set. So guys, let us say I want to remove this element, that is 3 from here, and I just want to print 1, 2 and then 4 and 5. So what we can do is we can use the remove method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print the set twice. The very first thing is using the t set object, we are just printing all the elements, and then after this we are going to remove one element from the t set. So guys, we can use t set object name followed by dot, and then we have something called as remove. So this remove method, it will take one parameter, as you can see, which is going to be the value which we want to remove. So guys, I'm going to use this method over here, and then followed by the parameter that I'm going to provide is this value, that is 3, and then we have semicolon. So guys, basically the very first thing that is going to happen is we are going to print all the elements using this t set, and then we are going to remove the element, that is 3, and then we are again printing the content of the t set using the iterator in which this 3 should be removed. So let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then after this remove method over here is removing the element, that is 3 over here, and then the tree set content becomes 1, 2, 4 and 5. So guys, in this way we can easily remove the elements from the tree set as well. Guys, apart from this, we have more methods that can be used using the tree set. So as you can see, we have first and last methods as well. So let us check this with the help of examples now. So over here I am going to provide the print statement, and then we can say first element is, and then colon, and then we can have t set dot first method. So guys, this is an additional method. This is not present in the hash set, but it is present in the tree set. That's because all the elements are stored in a sorted way, and we can easily get the first element and the last element of a tree set. And then what I'm going to do is I'll just copy paste this line of code over here so that we can get the last element of the tree set as well. So I'm going to provide last element is, and then instead of first we can put last over here. So guys, as you can see, we have first and then last. So these two lines of code should print this 1 and 5 values respectively. Let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as you can see, first element is 1 and last element is 5. Guys, over here it is continuing on the same line. So what we can do is over here, before printing the first element, we can provide println statement over here, and without passing any parameters. So guys, the control flow will go to the next line, and then this first element will get printed on the next line. Let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as you can see, first element is 1. So basically this print statement doesn't allow us to go on the next line after the execution of this line of code, but when we use the println method, it allows us to go to the next line once that line of code is executed. Now guys, apart from this, we have more methods. As you can see, we have poll first, we have poll last as well, which is going to just remove the first and last elements from the tree set. So let's say these first and last elements I want to remove. So what we can do is basically we can provide t set dot poll first, and then again we will use t set dot poll last over here. So guys, after semicolon, let me just print the content of the t set once again. So I'll just copy this line of code and paste this after this. pole first and pole last statements. So guys, basically first we have printed the first and last element. Now we are removing the first and last element, and then we are printing the content again. So the content should be 2 and 4 respectively. That's because we have removed the first and the last element using this pole first and pole last methods. So let me just save this file and try running this code now. So guys, as you can see, tree set content is 2 and then 4. We have removed 1 and 5 using this pole first and pole last methods. So guys, similarly we have more methods, that is head set, tail set and subset as well, which I will leave up to you so that you can practice on your own, so that on different inputs you get different outputs. Now guys, what is the difference between a tree set and a hash set, and when we should use that? So basically, unlike hash set, elements in tree set are sorted in some order. So basically by default it is the ascending order in which the elements in the tree set are being stored, but we cannot preserve the same order in the hash set object. Now guys, tree set provides some methods for easy navigation, such as we had seen, we can use the first and last methods over here to get the first and last element in the tree set, and then we can also use the head set, tail set and then the subset as well. Now guys, as far as performance is concerned, hash set is faster than tree set for basic operations like add, remove, contains and size. That's because it is not preserving the order in which the elements are being added, and tree sets, it runs some particular algorithm behind the scenes in order to sort the elements that we have added in the tree set object. So guys, basically these are some of the differences. Now based on your requirements, if you want to have the elements in the sorted order, you can use the tree set, but in case the performance is one of the important things that you have to check, then you can use the hash set in order to avoid the duplicate elements being present in the set objects. So guys, that's it in this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is Java algorithm to sort collections using sort method. So stay tuned.